Kyiv administration said people have been killed in this attack on the Antonov cereal production plant. India Today's Rajesh Pawar, a former Special Forces officer, sent us a report from outside one of the Antonov plants in Kyiv. Take a look.
Right now, I'm standing in front of Antonov aircraft manufacturing factory in Kyiv, which is about 12 kilometers away from the city. It was reported today by various media houses that there has been a missile attack on Antonov aircraft factory. But after inspecting the whole area here, I did not find any signs of a missile or a rocket attack on this factory. This factory is very well known because Antonov has manufactured the biggest aircraft ever made, Maria, which was destroyed recently at Gostomel by the Russian forces. And Indian Air Force also uses AN-32 aircraft, which is manufactured by Antonov. As of now, I don't see any signs of any missile or bomb or rocket attack on this factory. If it is on an ancillary plant somewhere else, I cannot verify this. But here, the main factory in the Kyiv city, which is about 10 kilometers away, there are no signs of a missile or a rocket or an aircraft attack on this factory. This is Rajesh Pawar for India Today from Antonov aircraft factory in Kyiv.
I want to go across to India Today's Rajesh Pawar and Gaurav Sawant, both reporting from Kyiv at this time. Gaurav, quickly coming to you first. What has been many days of encirclement, of attempts to besiege the city. Both you and Rajesh have been reporting on the damage done on the outskirts of Kyiv in places like, Brovary and Bucha as well as Irpin. The images that have come in today, some of them released by the, Kyiv administration, suggest that the attacks are happening inside the city. Can you confirm that for us, Gaurav?
Shiv, when we were at the Vauxhall, which is the central railway station, there were multiple blasts that were reported and not very far from where we were. The situation is extremely grim. Air raid sirens repeatedly went off in the heart of the city. So yes, there are multiple blasts that have been reported not very far from Vauxhall, and you could hear them. You could hear them, and you could hear security personnel tell people move to safer areas. The Kyiv administration also talking about the targeting of the Antonov base. As Rajesh was also reporting, the AN-32 aircraft are the backbone of the Indian Air Force for Siachen operations and for multiple high altitude operations, and these aircraft were specifically built by Antonov for Indian Air Force. We wanted a very powerful short lift and a short runway takeoff aircraft, which is what these aircraft were, the backbone of IAF for decades in Siachen, of course, until India acquired the C-130Js, Hercules for special forces operations. But Shiv, the targeting is intense, and right now where we are seeing a number of people desperately try to leave Kyiv. If I show you some of these images, take a look at this train where a large number of people are very keen to get out of Kyiv before that big attack begins. Why is this happening, Shiv? Yesterday from Bucha, from Irpin, and from multiple other locations, including Brovary, Oleksiy Kuleba, the governor of the Kyiv region, he ordered emergency evacuation of people to safer areas. And on day 19 of this Russia-Ukraine conflict, there are multiple reports, Shiv, of air raid sirens going across 19 of 24 regions in Ukraine. So this is an indicator, perhaps, of the intensification of Russian operations, even as talks, are afoot to find a peacefully negotiated solution. Whether that happens or not, at least the people we've been speaking to, as you can look around, they are trying to get out of harm's way, Shiv.
So people trying to get out of Kyiv, there appears to be an escalation, that has taken place. The images coming in suggest that there is an escalation that has taken place, even though things appear calm at the moment. Rajesh, what's your update from Kyiv? That image of that, of what was believed to be an Antonov facility that was bombed may not be the main one. It could be an ancillary hub of some kind. What are you hearing? What was this big attack all about, Rajesh?
Look, Shiv, any information now coming through any international media house, through any kind of media, is essentially coming from Ukrainian sources. There's a total blackout on any kind of information or any kind of things coming out from Russia or Russian media. So we need to take every piece of information with a lot of caution, and that is the reason I want to verify everything before I confirm it to you or I put it on media on our channel.
Yep.
So I got this information from various sources today that Antonov facility in Kyiv has been hit last night by the missiles. This is the only big facility here in Kyiv city. The ancillary units are probably in other cities, but not around Kyiv. And no such damage I saw with my own eyes. I went around the factory. I filmed this. And I request you, please, when I put these reports, there should be no guest from Kyiv or Ukraine on your show, because that puts me in danger here. I went around the factory. There was no damage of any kind. Not even the window panes are intact.
Yeah.
You know, when the blast takes place, first thing which will shatter are the window panes. Even they were intact. So there was no damage to even the window panes there. So I can verify it. There have been no blast over there. About rest of city, near Vokzalna, the main train station also, there has been no damage. I went around the area now. There was no damage. There is a report of Oblon, an area in Kyiv where missiles fell last night. I'm going to Oblon right now to verify it, and I'll send that report soon. Shiv.
Okay, and Rajesh, about the situation around Kyiv at this point of time. Can you, Rajesh, first update us? Then I'll get to Gaurav. What is the situation as far as the Russian presence outside and around Kyiv? What is the update on on that? Are they moving in? Are they moving closer? They've been hitting the satellite towns very hard.
Look, Shiv, you need to okay. Go. We just crossed a military checkpoint, and generally they stop us.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they did not. Look, as far as Russian presence around Kyiv is concerned, north, northeast, northwest, they have huge amount of forces there. Northeast is primarily armored. Tanks and APCs, not much of infantry. Whereas on the northwest, which is towards Irpin, Bucha, Gostomel, there is all kind of forces. Artillery, armored, mechanized columns, infantry, everything is there on the northwest. Northeast, only armored, as far as what I've seen after going through those areas, trying to talk to people, the military here. So that is the presence you have in north, northeast, and northwest. We also had reports that the big column had broken into 4 different smaller columns and gone around the city and circling it. There is no evidence of that as of now, neither through satellite nor by physical on-ground reports from the people. So it's difficult to say how far are Russians on the other directions, but what is confirmed till today is north, northeast, and northwest. They are within striking distance of Kyiv city, not more than 20 kilometers in all 3 directions.
Okay,
Shiv.
north, northeast and northwest, 20 kilometers encirclement has taken place from 3 directions. Gaurav also reports, from today about the first significant attacks in the western part of Ukraine. Can you throw any light on that? What are you hearing?
Shiv, the information that was shared by the Ukrainian government was that a military facility was targeted in the west, in Lviv. And this is where Ukrainian government claims that 35 of their service personnel were killed in action in this missile strike. They've denied the Russian charge that there were 180 mercenaries who were there in that area. Now, Russia had claimed that a large number of foreign mercenaries were in the area and they were undergoing training before being dispatched to various battle areas here in Ukraine, and that is why those areas were targeted. But Shiv, the fact that the west is being targeted, Lviv is being targeted, or Ivano-Franko area has been targeted, is an indication. As the mayor of Bela Tserkov told me, Hennady Deyaki, he told me that there is no area across Ukraine, no city, no village, no area is safe from Russian missile and rocket strikes. So that is an indication that there is an apprehension of intensification in operation. But he's saying on.
Okay, with that link is frozen with Gaurav because he's on the move also from Kyiv. So, Gaurav, continue if you can hear me.
Shiv, I can. So, he was saying from the south side, the Ukrainians are well and truly in control. And the Russians are nowhere close to Kyiv from the south side. And we traveled almost 80 kilometers south of Kyiv, went to Bela Tserkov and beyond.
Yes.
While there was Russian, missile damage there, rocket damage there, but no troops on ground, at least here. But the indication is that an amphibious assault from the south and the blockading of the Black Sea through the Russian, Black Sea fleet would be a huge challenge for Ukraine in the days and weeks ahead, Shiv.
Okay, stay safe to both of you, Rajesh and Gaurav. Thank you very much for joining me on this latest update on day 19 of the operations there. Now.